in one of my recent videos where I'm working on sanding some cutting boards and charcuterie boards. That's a tough word for me to say. I was asked about this stand here that I was using to sand the edges and the sides of the boards. This puppy here is the Woodpeckers SandStand tilting sander base. I know there are maybe other brands, or I know for a fact that there's woodworkers that have 3D printers and they 3D print a sander base. Not necessarily exactly like this one, but they basically do the same thing. Now this one here, man, this is sturdy. This is pure steel. But it works great for me, and it has that quality that you pay for when it comes to this brand. When I use it, I use it on the bench. I put it, usually I use it on the side. I don't know why, I just happen to do that. But just to show in the video, I grab my clamps, clamp it down. And as long as you have good tension, the base is not going anywhere. And obviously, since it's a tilting sander base, has the knobs on each side. If you need to tilt your sander, loosen up, and there you go. I am not going to say that it works on all sanders because I don't know that. I'm fairly certain that the Woodpeckers website may say, actually, I'm not gonna say I'm fairly certain, they might have some info on that, but it, on my Festool ETS EC 125-3, whatever, it works perfect. And honestly, I had seen already other woodworkers use this base with this sander, and it was one of the main reasons why I chose this one, because I knew it'll fit. But it is super simple to use. You can use it on a workbench. Gives you the option, these 4 holes, to bolt it down to your workbench and have it semi-permanent. Or you can also hang it up on the wall to either store it or use it up on the wall. Either way, you can do either one of those things. And since it tilts, obviously there's no issue if you have it up on the wall. As it tilts, you can set it up however you want, however you need, or whatever angle you need. To set it up is really simple. It has these bolts here, knobs. This one comes off, or slides. It doesn't come off, it slides. This one, the hole is just, it's a hole with no slot for it to slide. So this one just basically stays there. It has a little piece of rubber to try to prevent damage on your sander. But it is very simple, straightforward. You slide that through the handle of your sander. Since I was just playing with it, I need to readjust this, but you slide the bolt back in there and you tighten it. And yeah, since I was playing around with it while I was showing, I'm having to give it a few more turns than what I probably would normally do, because once you use it, it's pretty much set up. You don't have to, all you have to do is just loosen up this one side, slide off your sander, and you're done. But I'll leave it just like that. I'm not going to tighten it all the way, but you can, word of advice, don't over tighten it. Just like anything, this is, like I mentioned, this is steel. If you over tighten these knobs, you will crush your sander. So just be careful with that. Tighten it enough, it's not gonna go anywhere. But yes, there it is. It's pretty much set up. These knobs, I have them somewhat loose, so that's why it's moving. And that's pretty much usually how I use it with the clamps on my workbench. As I mentioned, if you want to put it up against the wall, you can, let's say this is the wall and you want to use it, just lift it up, tighten up those knobs, and you're ready to go as well. You can use whatever angle you want. I seem to like it like this. The way I use it, I haven't tried putting it on the wall. Right now I don't want to either. But this works perfect. Yeah, there's not much else. It's pretty straightforward. I'll attach, or I'll maybe add a comment or wherever. I'll put a link to the page, the Woodpeckers page. By the way, I'm not sponsored at all by them. So I'm not getting anything from Woodpeckers. But yeah, or even Festival. Definitely not getting anything from those guys. That's it, straightforward. You guys have any questions on this stuff, let me know. But it is, to me, it is worth the money. This thing is gonna last. It's probably gonna last forever. Because it is well made.